Good morning, student. Welcome to my class. Hope you all are fine and you have learned chapter 1. Today we are going to start chapter 2, that is physical and chemical changes. So let's start. As we have already done with this chapter in your previous class, so let's start this. Today our point to be discussed are different kind of changes. Then we will discuss physical change, then characteristic of physical change, and after that we will discuss some example of physical change. So what are the different kind of changes? We can classify them as slow and fast changes. So slow change is those changes which will take some time to occur, like change of season, change of day and night. These changes are these changes will take some time or lot of time, and so these are called as slow changes. Whereas fast changes are those changes which will not take much time to occur, like burning a piece of paper or bursting a firecracker. So these changes can be called as fast changes because they don't take much time. Next, natural and man-made changes. Natural changes occur naturally or by themselves, like change of season, change of day and night. They occur by themselves only, naturally. And man-made changes are those changes which we will do or we make the changes, like cooking of food, burning a piece of paper, or breaking a glass tumbler, like this. Next, periodic and non-periodic changes. Periodic change are those changes which will repeat themselves after a regular interval of time, like change of season, again a periodic change, change of day and night, a kind of periodic change. Whereas non-periodic changes are those changes which will not repeat themselves after a regular interval of time, like earthquake, landslide, or an epidemic. These are non-periodic changes, examples of non-periodic changes. Next, reversible and irreversible changes. What are reversible changes? The changes which will reverse. That means from reactant we will get the product, and again we can come back to the reactant again, like ice to water and water to ice. This change is a kind of reversible change because from ice we can get water, again water we can convert to ice. That means this process can be reversed. Whereas irreversible changes are those changes which cannot be reversed back. Like once we get the product from the reactant, the product cannot be converted again to the reactants. These kind of changes are like cooking of food or burning a piece of paper or bursting a firecracker. In all these changes, once the change has been occurred, we cannot come back to the original form again or original state again. So these are irreversible. Next, physical change. The definition can be given as a physical change is one in which a substance alters temporarily in some or all of its physical properties, like state, shape, size, appearance, etc., but not its chemical composition. That means in physical change, its chemical composition will remain unaltered, whereas its physical properties like state or shape or size or appearance of that substance can be changed. Next, characteristic of physical change. What are those? First of all, here we are not going to get any new substance. In physical change, no new substance is formed. The changes is temporary and reversible. Physical change is temporary and reversible. That is, the substance returns to its original state on changing the conditions. Here we can give the example of ice to water and again water to ice in this interconversion of state of water. Next, there is no change in mass during a physical change. In a physical change, before the reaction and after the reaction, the mass of that system will remain unchanged. That means, suppose if we melt a piece of like ice, then the mass of the ice before melting, if we weight the mass of ice, and after melting when we get the water, if we again weight it, then the mass of water and mass of ice both will match, both will remain same. That means during this change there will be no change in mass. Next, there is usually no gain or loss of energy as a result of physical change. During a physical change there will be no gain or loss of energy. Energy change is cannot be seen during a physical change. Now we are going to discuss some example of physical changes. First of all, melting of wax. When a solid wax melts, it will convert to a liquid wax. Now this liquid wax and the solid wax, both their compositions will remain same. The composition of wax remains same. Here no change of mass will occur. Here no change of we can say there will be no change of energy. Any loss or gain of energy will not be there. So melting of wax is a kind of physical change. Next, interconversion of states of matter. This is a very good example of physical change. Here you can see solid ice, which after melting converting to water, which is liquid state, and when we will vaporize this water, liquid water, by heating it, we are going to get gaseous form of water, that is water vapor. Now this ice, water and water vapor, all these three are having the same composition, that is H2O, water. Okay, and again if we take back the heat from water vapor, that means this process is called condensation. So after condensation we are again going to get the liquid water, which is liquid. The state of this water is liquid, and again water can be converted to ice, which is solid state, by taking back the heat again. By cooling it down, by cooling the water, we can get back the ice again. So this process is called freezing. So here from ice to from ice we are getting water, again from water we are getting water vapor. Next the water vapor can be again converted to liquid water, and this water can be again converted to solid. So this change, during this state of change of water, the composition of water is remaining same, remaining unaltered. Here no change of mass will occur, and again there will be no change of energy occur, no loss or gain of energy will be there. So this is again, and this process is reversible. Again we can see ice to water, again water to water vapor, again water vapor to water, and water to ice. So this is a reversible reaction. So it's having all the characteristic of a physical change. Sublimation of iodine and camphor. This also can be given as an example of physical change. During the sublimation of iodine, what is sublimation? You have learned this earlier. So iodine, so from solid state, the substances from solid state directly converted to gaseous state without passing through the liquid state. So this is called sublimation. So during sublimation of iodine, see here in a test tube we are doing this process. We are taking solids iodine and we are going to heat it. So during heating we will see the violet vapor of iodine. Iodine will vaporize, and again when it will come to this inner wall of the test tube, which is cooler than this part, it will get deposit here in this inner wall of the test tube as solid iodine. That means from solid iodine we are getting the iodine vapor, and again the vapor will deposit after losing its temperature, or after losing the heat. It will again deposit here in this inner wall of the test tube. So this is again a reversible reaction, and the composition of iodine will remain same. So this is a kind of physical change. The same thing we are going to get in if we heat a solid camphor. Camphor again will show sublimation. That means directly from solid state it can convert to gaseous state without passing through the liquid state. So when we will heat this camphor, camphor will convert to vaporized form or gaseous form of camphor, and again this gaseous camphor, when we will take back the heat from this, it will again just we are going to get the deposit of camphor like iodine. That means it is a reversible reaction. So solid camphor to gaseous camphor, again gaseous camphor to solid camphor. Here the composition will remain same, mass will remain same, and no change of energy occurs. Breaking of glass, this is another example of physical change. So if we break a glass, we can see the broken pieces of glasses will have the same composition as that of the this whole glass. Here, though the reaction is irreversible, we cannot get back the glass as it is after breaking of it, but the composition of the glass will remain unaltered. Here no change of mass will occur and no change of energy will occur. So breaking of glass is a physical change. Next, dissolution of sugar or salt in water. If we dissolve some solid sugar or salt in water, the solid form of the sugar after dissolution in water, the solid form of the sugar cannot be seen separately, or here after this is the solution, sugar solution. Here in this solution we cannot see the sugar particles separately, but if we test it we will get the sweetness of the sugar in this water. That means here after dissolution sugar retains its property. In the same manner, if we instead of sugar, if we dissolve some salt in it, again we can get the salty water. That means here in salt solution the salt will it will retain its property. That means here only the appearance is changing, appearance of the sugar or salt is changing, but their properties will remain same, their chemical property will remain same, and there will be no change of mass and no change of energy also there. So this is again an example of physical change. So that's all for today, and you just do the worksheet which will be provided by with this, along with this, and just do your study properly. Be safe. Thank you.